Hey, greetings, everyone. It's Jeff Cohen here with C-Level Roundtable. And today we're doing a conversation with Rob Gary of Senslynx. He's got some new offerings he wanted to share with everyone. So, Rob, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and let's talk about what they are.
Yeah, Jeff, thanks for having me today. I'm Rob Gary. I'm CEO of Senslynx, and we create all sorts of different monitoring solutions for our reseller community. And I wanted to share with you our RAPP program, which is our replacement accelerator program for POTS. And we're real excited about this program to share the opportunities.
Well, that's awesome. And, we were talking about like who really the target is for this. So maybe you can talk about like who the customers are and what kind of partners that you want to engage in this process.
Yeah, so the customers are anybody who are using old phone lines, old copper phone lines, and you'd be surprised how many customers use those, because everybody knows most companies have upgraded their voice phone systems, often in voice over IP, but that doesn't work for their fire alarms, their elevators, their fax machines, point of sale machines, things along those lines. Many of those products still use old copper lines, and those old copper lines no longer have to be maintained as of August 2nd, 2022. So you're going to see in the coming months, most people are going to start transitioning from the old lines to more up-to-date technology like wireless. And the good news about it is it's much better, reliable technology, but also more often than not, it'll also lower their phone bill. And the type of companies that we're looking to resell the product are like business telephone companies that are providing business telephone systems, internet connections, things along those lines. They're a perfect fit to sell these customers POTS line replacement.
So first off, the number one thing I heard a minute ago is it's not going to be a choice after August 2nd, 2022. If they've not made a decision by then, they're at risk of actually losing connectivity on those lines.
That is correct.
So that's number one. And number two, I heard you're looking for business partners that already have customers using telephone services and telephony services that would like to add this on as an offering.
Absolutely. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah. So what, if I was one of those companies and was talking to you, who would you point me at as far as customers, like, what size client, what kind of facilities, that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, anybody who has elevators, fire alarms, anything like that, they're a good fit. Even companies that have fax lines. So a lot of times you want to go after companies that have lots of buildings. If you're going for new prospects, you probably want to find people that have 10 or more lines. But you want to get everybody if they're your own customers, so you don't let a potential competitor get in. So 1 or 2 lines if it's your own customer. I would go after 10 to unlimited for new prospects.
And when you're talking about unlimited, I'm assuming that's just, they own multiple buildings. They could have 2 lines in a building or 1,000 lines in a building.
Absolutely. There are people who have thousands of these lines around the country.
Right. And so that would give them the security. And also, this is no longer through a landline service. This is using wireless technology, correct?
Yeah. And what you find, Jeff, is people who have them all around the country are using different carriers for their lines, right? So this gives you you could have just your reseller could handle all of your lines, get billed. You can monitor your lines from the same application.
So this is pretty huge right now. And do you want to give an example of a success or two that you've had?
Yeah. So we have a business telephone company, and what's important to them is they want to control the application. So the great thing about our solution, what makes us totally unique, is we can give you the basic monitoring application and the ATA to change the signal from analog to digital so it can go over cellular, and you could provide the data connection, you could provide the enclosure, the router, the installation, all of those things, right? So in this guy's case, he wanted to own the customer. He wanted to do the installation himself. So we just give him the basics, right? And he's really happy. Another business telephone company we use is, he's like, you know what? I want to get started here, but I don't want to worry about it. So you guys provide everything. You know, we provide the enclosure, the router, the data, the installation, the provisioning, all of that. And he can still bill it because we offer white labeling. So whether you're just providing a little part of the solution or all of it, almost all of it, you can white label it as your own. And that's what makes us unique.
Yeah, I kind of hear that as like a menu of choices, right? Where you
Yeah.
can order, you can have the appetizer, the main course, and the dessert all in one. Or you can say, no, I want to use another product or service for pieces of it and just want to use the appetizer here. And
Yes.
that totally works for you, it sounds like.
And what's really great about this, Jeff, is it becomes a real strength of our company, because we're able to also offer local service. You know, these guys are experts in telecommunications, and they're really geared up to support it. And if they need us to support it more, we're available to do that. Most of them want to actually support it, and we can train them to do it.
I love it. Well, Rob, this has really been enlightening. It sounds like a really great application to partner with companies on. And I'm so grateful to have you sharing that with people. Thanks so much for your info today.
Hey, Jeff, this is great. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You bet.